It's time for a spoiler-filled review of Halloween Ends. If you don't want any spoilers, do not watch this. I cannot review this movie authentically and accurately and honestly without spoilers, so let's get into it. It's time to talk about Halloween Ends. All right, Halloween Ends. So this is the conclusion of the latest Halloween trilogy. It started in 2018, and I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't really like that movie. We covered it when we did the Halloween franchise review last year, and it just wasn't my jam. But Halloween Kills last year, even though I have some major problems with it structurally in certain moments, I actually kind of liked it. Halloween Ends, though, This movie blows, man. I don't like it. All right, so what we're promised in this movie is the final confrontation between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. They're going to finally have their showdown, right? This is what we were seeing in the trailers. This is what they're promising with the term Halloween Ends. We're ending it in a big bash. And after Halloween Kills, I was rather excited. But this movie's about this fucker Corey. This movie is not about Michael Myers. This movie is not about Laurie Strode. This movie is not about their final confrontation. This movie is about this fuck Corey Cunningham, who, by the way, is an interesting character. And I've seen lots of people be like, look, dude, you need to check out, Season of the Witch. That didn't have Michael in it. Yeah, that's fine. That was Halloween 3, not Halloween Ends. But Robbie, you like Jason. You like Friday 13th 5, A New Beginning. Yes, because it was called A New Beginning, not the final chapter. A movie called Halloween Ends needs to have Michael and Laurie as the thing. That's the thing. But anyway, so this dude, he has basically done something that has left him as a pariah in Haddonfield. And most of the events in Halloween Ends take place 4 years later from the previous two films. And I am on board with the idea that it doesn't have to be a movie about Laurie. It doesn't have to be a movie about Michael Myers. I've seen plenty of Halloween movies that skirt around this shit. Like, I'm cool with that, right? However, if you're going to do something different, don't do it for the final chapter, and don't do it in a dumbass way. So first of all, this dude is bullied, and this guy's like in his 20s. He's being bullied by some high school marching band people. Did he just catch that ball? He caught that fucking ball. Sorry, guys, I'm watching the Cowboys game. Noah Brown, touchdown. Anyway, he's being bullied by these high school marching band geeks, and it's so unbelievable. Anyway, Laurie is being ostracized from the community as well because everybody's saying that she provoked Michael into the giant slaughter that happened in Halloween Kills or whatnot, but she sees something in this dude that reminds her of him, or reminds her of her. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And she introduces her to her daughter, Allison. This is also, you could say this is Allison's movie, but it's Corey's movie. It's not about Allison, but the majority of this movie is a romance between Corey and Allison. Both of them want to leave this town. Both of them are tired of it. They want to move away, get away. They find each other, and it should be this like hopeless romantic movie. However, he starts going crazy. So Michael Myers is living in like a drainage pipe underneath a bridge. He's the troll under the bridge. I get that. That's cool. That's fine. So they're doing that, and at one point, so Michael's like grabbing people, dragging them into like his drainage tunnel and killing them. Corey winds up there, but when Michael looks at him, either he recognizes something inside of his eyes, or he transfers something of his essence, and then Corey becomes the killer of the movie, even to the point where he goes and manhandles Michael Myers, takes his mask, dresses up as Michael Myers, and goes on a killing rampage. And then Laurie's there to stop him. Because as it starts, Laurie's like, there's something evil in his eyes, something I've recognized in Michael's eyes for all these years. And whatnot. They have a final confrontation. She kind of gets one up on him. And then Corey kills himself and sets it up to look like Laurie killed him. So then Allison shows up. She's like, you killed my boyfriend. But then the real Michael Myers shows up out of nowhere, takes the mask back, and then we finally have that confrontation in the kitchen. And if you saw that trailer where you see the fight between them, that's the last 10 minutes. And I actually didn't really even like the fight. And it was really dumb. And it ends on this really long, drawn-out thing. So they definitively kill Michael. And then they tie his ass to the top of a car and drive him to the junkyard that Corey worked at, by the way. And there's this big ceremony, all these cars, a big convoy, all these people are walking alongside him, and they go to this junkyard, and they put Mike Myers in this grinder, and they grind him up in front of everybody. And that's Halloween ends. That's how Halloween ends. I do not like this movie. So I've seen plenty of people that have said, like I was saying earlier, so they called back the touchdown. Whatever. So I've seen plenty of people be like, Robbie, there are other movies that do this. Halloween 3. This is the third part of the trilogy. They even use the font of Halloween Season of the Witch so that you know this isn't supposed to be Michael's movie. That's fine. I don't mind it. And in fact, if they would have taken this opportunity, called it something else, and did a direct sequel to Halloween Season of the Witch, which I love that movie. However, if I was alive, or I was alive, but if I was of age to go watch these movies in 1983 or 84, whenever it came out, I would, maybe was it 82? It was 82. I was like 1 year old, right? So, I mean, I understand how people were like, they had trouble with that Michael wasn't in the movie. They had to do Return. This isn't that, though, man. Like, we watched the trailer. The trailer's trying to show us, the trailer's trying to show us, it's hard doing a movie review that I'm planning on cutting out and putting on its own while I'm watching this Cowboys game. You're losing all the context if you're just watching this on the like, if you're just watching the video Halloween Ends rant or whatever, you're missing the context. I did this live on Sunday night watching this game, and it's just pathetic. They're going to take the 3. They're going to go for it. Anyway, not on Halloween Ends. You call this movie Halloween Ends. You promise the final confrontation. And you give us this. Granted, the idea of evil affecting or infecting Corey or other people in Haddonfield, all that shit, that's cool. However, Halloween 2018, they're like, we're going to strip out all the supernatural aspects of this movie. Okay, whatever. Then in Halloween Kills, Michael Myers is an unstoppable killing machine. Nothing stops him. And it's getting back into Halloween territory. And some of the best music of the franchise. Then you do this one. Michael is like this old, decrepit, moldy dude underneath the bridge. It's all about Corey. It's not the time for that. Like, oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. What they were attempting to do in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends was already done pretty masterfully, in my opinion, by Halloween H2O. In one tight movie, they did everything. These movies weren't needed. The best part of the entire trilogy to me is the moment in Halloween Kills where they go back to the original night and they show where he gets captured. If you want to do a direct sequel to Halloween, do it that way. A period piece. A direct sequel. Do that. Not this bullshit that you've done. And then you're going to end it like this. And then you're going to be surprised that people don't like it. The vast majority of Halloween fans aren't liking it. In fact, it's causing a division amongst horror fans, Halloween fans. This movie sucks, in my opinion. It promised a final confrontation between Michael and Laurie. It did give us that, but not really. I would say Michael Myers is only in 10 to 15 minutes of this movie. Is that a problem? Yes, it is a problem. Could you imagine if Friday the 13th final chapter had no Jason in it till the frickin' end. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. I'm not on board for it. The music was okay. It was a little subpar. The music is, the film is shot beautifully. It looks nice. But the kills, they're okay. We're at halftime. The kills, they're okay. Doesn't win me over. I was incredibly disappointed with this movie. I think most people will be disappointed with this movie. And if you like it, I'm glad for you. There are elements of this movie that I could see me liking as the future progresses. However, where we're at, it was a terrible ending to a trilogy. It was a terrible ending to a not-so-good trilogy. It tried too hard. This grown-ass scary man who's able to kill all these people and conjure the strength of Michael Myers is being picked on by 4 17-year-old band geeks, y'all. It's ridiculous. It's a slap in the face. Halloween ends. Thank the gods. I'm going to give it 1.5. You digs? Rockin' Robbie says, avoid it.